Progressive Skills in English.
Hello and welcome to Theme 4, Episode 2. Now let's begin this episode with some phonetics check.
Now let's go to the first pronunciation check in this episode. It's about the TH and how we hear it as a consonant. The consonants TH together have two sounds. The soft sound in think, thing, both. This is th. And the hard sound in this, that, the, and this is the. Now we will go to listen to the audio track in order to be able to copy each word from Arthur's talk and to match it with the right sound.
Track 4.2.
Both. Maths. That. There. These. They. Think. Third. This. Three. Through. With.
Both, th. Math, th. That, the. There, the. These, the. They, the. Think, th. Third, th. This, the. Three, th. Through, th. With, the. Along with the consonants th and the, let's hear and identify the vowel sounds like in when and in, for example, third. Listen to the coming audio track in order to be able to check the odd one out. Let's read them together after listening to the audio track.
Track 4.3.
When. Men. Head. Then. Many. Again. She. Any.
When, men, head, then, many, again, she, and any. Now, let's say some words together and let's see what do they have in common. We have burn, first, heard, learn, person, work, world, and third. It's pretty clear they have the vowel like in burn. Now let's go to the second pronunciation check in this episode. You have it in your book and on your screen, same like the first one. Here we're talking about hearing consonants that it's spelled either E or ER. The vowel sound in then, is usually written with E. For example, 10, tell, best, energy, and digest. And to differentiate, I want you to be able to say 3 words together. You will differentiate between the vowels in the middle of the sentence. Like, for example, we have 10, T-E-N, tin, T-I-N, and teen, T-E-E-N. Now 10 is clear, or the vowel is clear. But there are some common words with spelling A or EA. For example, we have many, any, and head. The same sound like in 10, but with different spelling. The vowel sound in her is written in many different ways, like it can be spelled EA as in heard, word, O, burn, you, third, I, or surname. Now let's go to complete each sentence with the correct word, which is either this or that, these or those. You have the sentences on the screen. 1. These hormones mean that there is a good time to do your daily activities. This time is good to solve a problem. 2. Did you see the television program last night? But here we need either this or that. So it will be, did you see that television program last night? 3. These cakes are lovely. Did you make them yourself? 4. I like those dresses. 5. Can I have this file? This one? No, that one, next to it. 6. Look at that story in the paper. From here we know that I use this and that for singular and these and those for plural. This for near singular, that for far singular, these for plural, which is near, and those for plural, which is far.
Now let's have our first skills check for this episode. You're going to see it right in front of you now. So it's on what comes next. We can often predict the next word or phrase in a talk. So for example, I'm sure that you have a watch on your wrist, or maybe you use the clock on your mobile phone. Prediction helps us to listen actively, so we're always ready for new information. And now let's just answer this question, which is, why should you predict a word or a phrase in a talk?
Prediction would help us to think actively and to listen, to be able to focus on the most important piece of information in the context.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let's listen to some of Arthur's sentences from the radio program in the following audio track.
Track 4.4. 1. Have a small meal at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and a cup of coffee or a cup of... 2. Food and caffeine wake up your... 3. Caffeine is a... 4. The human body uses the energy from food. It... 5. How does the body get energy from food? It... 6. The energy in the food is...
And now let's move on to an activity for this audio track where we're going to number a word or phrase each time Arthur pauses.
Body, number 2. Burns the energy, number 4. Chemical, number 3. Digests the food, number 5. Released, number 6. And tea is number 1.
Now let's listen to the next audio track and just check our answers.
Track 4.5. 1. Have a small meal at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. 2. Food and caffeine wake up your body. 3. Caffeine is a chemical. 4. The human body uses the energy from food. It burns the energy. 5. How does the body get energy from food? It digests the food. 6. The energy in the food is released.
And now you're going to hear some more information about body clocks. You're going to have a couple of pictures in front of you right now, and they are from the program of body clocks, and we're going to comment on each of them.
We are trying to know what is Arthur going to say. The first picture is about a lark. And the lark is a morning bird. So the lark wakes up very early in the morning. The second picture is about an owl, and it's known as a night bird. So it has all its life in the at night and in the evening.
Now let's move on to a new audio track where you're going to listen and predict the next word and try to take some notes as you listen.
Track 4.6. A. Some people prefer the morning, but some people like the
Evening.
B. According to Dr. Louis Tachek of the University of California, people are either larks or
Owls.
C. Dr. Tachek points out that larks are early morning.
Morning birds.
D. Owls come out at
At night.
E. Larks have a fast body.
A fast body clock.
F. They like to do things.
Like early.
G. Owls have a slow.
A slow clock.
H. They like to do things.
It may be late.
And now let's move on to the next audio track where you're going to be listening to complete sentences in each cases. Remember to check your notes.
Track 4.7. A. Some people prefer the morning, but some people like the evening. B. According to Dr. Louis Tachek of the University of California, people are either larks or owls. C. Dr. Tachek points out that larks are early morning birds. D. Owls come out at night. E. Larks have a fast body clock. F. They like to do things early. G. Owls have a slow clock. H. They like to do things late.
And now let's move on to the second skills check for this episode where we're going to be recognizing introductory phrases. Speakers often introduce a piece of information. The introductory phrases tell you something about the piece of information. So for example, the writer or the researcher. So for example, we have according to Dr. Lewis of the University of California, people are either larks or owls. Dr. Lewis points out that larks are early morning birds. So speakers often pause at the end of the introductory phase or say that, but the word is very short. And now that we've read our skills check, let's answer this following question, which is, what do the introductory phrases in the examples tell you about the information?
Well, they tell us something about the piece of information, and it keeps our mind focusing on what we're gonna listen to.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And now we're going to move on to another audio track, which is going to be some more information about body clocks.
Track 4.8. 1. Research at the University of Surrey proves that some people are larks and some are owls. 2. Dr. Tachek's research suggests that most teenagers are owls. 3. His work indicates that they prefer to wake up late and go to bed late. 4. But Professor Röhneberg from Ludwig Maximilian University doesn't agree. He doesn't think that body clocks are fixed throughout our lives. 5. He points out that small children wake up very early. 6. He also makes the point that old people wake up early too. 7. However, according to Röhneberg, most adults wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. 8. The research into sleep patterns shows that children wake up later and later as they grow up. 9. It seems that females reach the latest point at 19 and a half, and males at 21. 10. After that, the professor says, they start to wake up earlier.
Now, coming to the end of our episode, we will be listing some of the introductory phrases we were talking about. Some of them are according to, and this is said when you want to give an opinion which might be different from another one's opinion. He said that, and this is to state what somebody has in mind. He believes that, I think you're right, I think that this is okay to a certain degree, I agree that, I don't believe that this will happen, and it's true that what you're going to say will be correct. Now we have some pictures that will appear on the screen. Try to make some comments using these introductory phrases. I'll give you some examples. About the baby picture, number 1, I think that the baby is happy. Now you give more examples about the coming pictures. Thank you.